Still with Joe Cook. And looking back, when I met Joe in Elkhart, Kansas, in the middle 50s, his little brother was a student at Elkhart High School, where I was the new superintendent. And Nicky Cook, his brother, and the boy Jack Salmon were getting into difficulty with the chemistry, or maybe it was physics, the advanced science teacher. And the problem was the boys didn't see any reason they had to do a lot of the copy work and the busy work that teachers assigned, because they could pass the test. They were good students. We backed, the teacher and said, no, if it's that danged easy, get busy and do the work. Well, the years have gone by, and I've read articles now that we are neglecting our best students. And Nicky and Jack would be a very good example of exactly what they're talking about in that newspaper story that broke here this past year. Well, the years go by, and Nick marries, and he was living kind of a gypsy life, wasn't he, with his wife on a houseboat somewhere?
Well, yeah, later on they did, yeah.
And somewhere along the line they got tied in with that group that thought that, I guess that you'd say they got tied in with a cult?
Yeah.
And the leader believed that if they would commit suicide as the Halley's Comet went over, that they'd get a chariot ride on the tail end and get to heaven real fast, if I remember the story right, reading the newspaper.
I believe that's kind of basically it, yeah.
And you had no idea that your brother was in that, did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I always tell people that you found out by hearing him on Good Morning America the day after a bunch of them committed suicide.
No. He'd been in it and got out.
Ah.
And going back to Nick being in high school, he was a smart kid.
Yes, he was.
But my dad was in business with the three older boys in our family. And Nick and Harlan, I hate to say it, but he didn't pay much attention to them. He was
too busy.
Too busy, and his life involved around our lives and business together. And so Nick did a lot of things just maybe to get attention. I'm not sure. And probably one of the basic things, we kind of quit going to church. Times got too good.
Oh.
It happens sometimes out of the way, and you just you get too busy for church. Well, Nick had been exposed to a certain amount of faith in God, but really never found a strong footing in that regard. And I think he got through high school a year younger than most kids. And he went to KU, and he got had a atheist professor that really messed his mind up on man's relationship with God. It just changed him. But he was mixed up. I always felt all through his life he was probably searching for God, and it led him into a lot of things. Well, Dad and his business failed, and Nick had gone to college, and Dad wasn't able to put his tuition and stuff and so forth, so Nick just started going to classes and not getting credit. He didn't care if he got credit, he just wanted to learn. Always searching, learning. And
Joe, I'm going to stop this one because we're going to run out of time, and let me clear this thing and we'll pick it back up.
Okay.